Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to your full GALACTICRAFT review as promised. So this was super highly requested. The video where I asked you guys if you wanted this got like over 1,000 likes, so that was awesome. It was super duper crazy, and you guys totally went out of control on that video. And this is going to be pretty awesome. You guys are going to be pros on the GALACTICRAFT mod at the end of this video. Hopefully I'll be able to explain everything to you guys without confusing you. But this should be pretty awesome because I've got a lot of stuff to go over, and it should be pretty fun. So grab some popcorn, sit back, and watch, and we should all be GALACTICRAFT, if I can pronounce it correctly, GALACTICRAFT pros at the end of this video. So there's a lot of research and a lot of effort that went into this video, so if you guys could leave a rating down below, that's highly appreciated, as well as I put a lot of time and effort into this, so that would be awesome. If we could break 1,000 likes like we did on the other video, that would make me so happy. It would make me like happy, so yeah, that would be awesome. But let's go ahead and start off with all of our crafting recipes here before heading off to the moon on our spaceship here. So what I thought I would do is first show you guys how to craft the spaceship. So what you're going to need here is your rocket crafting table. I do have too many items installed just so I can, oh, not enough items. What am I saying? It's not enough items. I do have not enough items installed just to show you guys the crafting recipes just a little bit easier. So first, we're going to need to make our rocket crafting table. And this is essentially made through just having a couple planks, your crafting table in the middle, and then some aluminum ingots right here. Now there's 3 different ores that get spawned into your world once you install this mod. It's aluminum, titanium, and copper, I believe. So you're going to need to mine some aluminum, then smelt it, and you'll get yourself some aluminum ingots right here. And that's what's used to make our rocket crafting table right here. So once you have that, place that down, you can right click it, and you're ready to go to craft your spaceship. Now don't get overwhelmed, it's actually not that complicated to craft your spaceship. It does look a little bit overwhelming, but it's really not. So I'm just gonna go ahead again and right click here and start off showing you guys how to craft this rocket ship right here. So what we're gonna need is our rocket engine, heavy duty plating, nose cone, and rocket fins. That's really all you're gonna need, believe it or not. So I'm going to run you guys through the crafting recipes of all of these different items here. So first we have our rocket engine. There's 2 different crafting recipes for this because you can put the button on either side. It's totally up to you. So we've got our flint and steel, a button, aluminum canister, some heavy duty plating, air vent, and aluminum canister. So let me go ahead and run you guys through all of these crafting recipes right here. Our aluminum canister is crafted just with aluminum ingots like that, and you'll get yourself an aluminum canister. Next, what we got is our heavy duty plating, which is crafted with all of the different ores that come along with this mod. 3 titanium ingots, 3 copper ingots, and 3 aluminum ingots, and you guys just get all of these through smelting the specific ores that you mine in your world. So titanium, you would just smelt the titanium ore, so that's pretty simple. And our air vent is just 4 aluminum ingots, so that's pretty simple as well. So let's just go ahead and insert that right there. You guys can actually see that we have some awesome kind of yellow particles that come off the crafting bench, which I thought was a really nice little addition here. You can see those little particles go by right there. I'm trying to get a good view so you guys can see it, but yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's add in our rocket engine right here. Next, what we got is our heavy duty plating, which I showed you guys, just the 3 different ingots right there. So that's pretty simple. You guys are just going to put 8 of those in right there. And then we're done with that. So next what we got is our nose cone. It's pretty simple as well, just 3 heavy duty platings with a redstone torch at the top, and that will give you your nose cone. And then last but not least, we've got our rocket fins, and these are pretty simple as well. You guys just need 2 aluminum ingots and then 2 heavy duty platings on each side over here, and that will give you 1 rocket fin. So you're just going to put 2 on each side of our spaceship right there, and there you go. You guys got your spaceship. Not too difficult, pretty simple actually, but there we go. We got our spaceship. So, I actually already placed down a spaceship right here ready to go, but in order to actually launch your spaceship, you're going to need a 3x3 square of rocket pads. So, these guys are actually pretty simple to craft as well. I'll go ahead and pull them out right here if I can manage to find them. Alright, so our rocket launch pads, you guys are actually going to need 9 of them, and it's pretty convenient because your crafting recipe does give you 9. So just 3 aluminum ingots and then 3 blocks of iron will give you 9 rocket launch pads. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out some rocket launch pads right here just so I can kind of show you guys. You've got to make a 3x3 square like this, and then you're going to want to right click the middle of it with your spaceship. And I'm not going to do it because there's going to be way too many particles, but you right click right here and it should appear like this. And you cannot just click the ground, that will not work. You have to make sure you have your rocket launch pads or else nothing will work. So make sure to do that. So yeah, that's our rocket launch pads, and I'm also going to show you guys these cool little items here that you can put on the moon or in your world. These are our flags, and what's cool about the flags are that they actually take your Minecraft skin, and they put it on the flag. So you can see my head is just dirt, and it put it on the flag. So we got American flag. There's many different types of flags as well in your creative inventory right here that you guys can take out if you want, and they're pretty simple to craft. You have to actually craft a little just flag first, and then you guys can add colors to it. So you can do that by taking 3 flag poles and 4 canvases. Canvases are crafted like this, and then your flagpoles are crafted with just 3 aluminum ingots. So it's pretty simple to craft, and then you guys can just take any specific dye that you want to make that specific color, and you can get that specific color flag, which is nice. And you guys can just put them down, and they're a little bit tricky to put down. You have to right click it like this, if I can get around here. Right click it, and you have to make sure it comes out fully like that. Then you release, and it gets stuck into the ground, and you guys got your flag, which is super duper cool. So those are our flags. And we also are going to need some oxygen systems in order to breathe in the moon. So I'm not going to go over this yet. First, let me go ahead and show you guys the actual materials we need to wear to breathe on the moon. Now, to open up this interface right here, you guys are going to have to press R. And once you press R, your inventory should look something, well, not your inventory, your screen should look something like this, where it has some places that you guys can put all these materials right here. So in order to craft our oxygen mask, you guys are just going to need some one iron helmet, and then just surround it in glass panes, and that will give you your oxygen mask, and you guys can go ahead and put that on. Now, for some reason, Not Enough Items does not show the crafting recipe for this item right here, which is the oxygen gear. The crafting recipe for that is right here. You guys just need 5 oxygen pipes with an oxygen concentrator in the middle, and that will give you this. Now, the crafting recipe for this is just 4 titanium ingots, 3 aluminum ingots, the aluminum canister, which I already showed you guys how to craft, and the air vent. And that will give you your oxygen concentrator. And then we have our oxygen pipes, which is just 3 glass panes on the top and bottom of the crafting bench, which will give you an oxygen pipe. And that will give you your oxygen gear. You guys can go ahead and put that on as well. And then you're going to need your oxygen tanks. There's many different sizes to the oxygen tanks. We have our light oxygen tank, medium, and then heavy, and you guys can decide which one you want for yourself. It's pretty self-explanatory, and you can craft those just like this, where you guys can take your orange wool, aluminum canisters, and aluminum ingots, and you can get that, or you can do these, or you can do that. So it's all up to you. Kind of what materials you have is based on what you will want to craft. Obviously, the bigger ones will let you breathe for a longer time, and the smaller ones you're gonna have to refill faster, so that's pretty obvious. So that's kind of the gear you guys will need to breathe on the moon. We also have this stuff over here. Now, this is used for if you guys want to actually kind of make a little base on the moon and you don't want to always have this stuff on. You can actually make a little area where you can breathe no matter what you have on with this little air bubble right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's very light colored, but the more trees you have around your world that are being absorbed by this little oxygen, I forget the name of it. It's like the oxygen, it's called the oxygen collector, and then we also have the oxygen distributor. So the oxygen collector collects the oxygen from the trees. You guys can like see the little particles coming in there, and it goes through this little pipe right here, which goes to our distributor, and the distributor puts out a little bubble like this where you guys can breathe in no matter what you have on the moon. So let me go ahead and show you guys the crafting recipes here. We have our oxygen distributor and our oxygen pipes. Okay, so for our pipes, I already showed you guys, it's just the 3 glass panes. Our oxygen distributor, we've got a lot of complicated stuff here. We've got 4 aluminum ingots, air fans, which are crafted like so, and then we have our air vents, and then a titanium ingot in the middle, which will give you 1 oxygen distributor, which is pretty awesome. So that's that. We got our oxygen collector, and I showed you guys how to craft all of this stuff here. So there we go. That's how you craft an oxygen collector. And then I also showed you guys how to craft the oxygen pipes. Let me just show ahead and show you guys how to actually use this. Let me go ahead and set it to day, so time set day. And okay, so this is how it's gonna work. I actually made this tree by myself, so you guys are gonna actually have to bring trees to the moon with you if you want this to kind of work out. So let me fly over here to this tree, and we're gonna go ahead and test this out. So what you wanna do is place down your oxygen collector first, and then you can see that the particles start to appear, absorbing oxygen out of the tree leaves, and you're gonna wanna connect the pipe to your oxygen collector. And then you're just going to go ahead and put your oxygen distributor connected to that. So then once you guys see that, you can see we have a little sphere of oxygen. And how this works is when you guys go in it, you're able to breathe no matter what on the moon. So that's pretty cool. You guys can bring this kind of contraption to the moon and you're able to breathe, which is pretty darn cool. I love the particle effects as well. Those are pretty awesome. So that's how you do that stuff. I think we're pretty much ready to go to the moon now. I think that's pretty much everything that we need to know to get to the moon. So what you guys are going to need to get to the moon is obviously your spaceship, which we crafted, and we're also going to need some rocket fuel. So here's our rocket fuel bucket, which is crafted using a fire charge, a bucket, and a gunpowder, which will give you one rocket fuel bucket, and you guys are just going to need to pull some of those out. Right click your spaceship, and I know it's kind of crazy right now because of all the particles. You're going to want to press F, which will bring up this screen, and you're just going to want to drop all of your rocket fuel in here. Now, as the mod tells you guys here, you can see it says space to launch, AD to turn left and right, WS to turn up and down, inventory/fuel is F like I mentioned. So before taking off, you guys are going to actually need a parachute because you're going to have to get down once the spaceship gets to the moon. So open up the same inventory that I showed you guys with all of the oxygen gear by pressing R, and you're going to have a little slot up here for your parachute. So you can put in any color parachute that you want, light blue, however you guys want it. So to craft it, all you're going to need is your parachute, which is crafted with your canvases. I already showed you guys how to craft that, and then just string. That will give you a white parachute. Now if you want to customize it with color, all you have to do is just add in that white parachute with any color dye, and you can get that specific color parachute, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I've got our light gray parachute up here. We're pretty much ready to go. All I want to do now is just go into survival so our parachute works. So yeah, F5, and let's go ahead and launch here. It takes about 30 to 45, well, it did take 30 to 45 seconds. Now it doesn't, I guess. So pretty much automatically we're ready to go. And you guys can tell that the particle effects are awesome. I really love how the mod creator did that. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of particles, so it's very nice. I love the particles. So once you get to like the max height limit in Minecraft, which really doesn't take that long, it should load up a screen that takes you guys to another planet. Now, in this version of the mod, all the other dimensions have been taken away, so that's pretty sad. This still is a work in progress mod, but right now, only the moon is available. So, let's go ahead and click moon here, and send to dimension. And once you do that, we are going to be transferred, and look at that, we're on our little parachute, and you can tell above us, there's another parachute with a chest. That's actually our stuff. So what I'm going to do here is just float all the way down to the floor here. And you guys can also observe to the top right, I have like these two little light blue bars. Those actually represent my oxygen, so I know how much oxygen I have left. So here we go. Alright, pretty darn cool. And our chest should be coming down pretty soon as well, which has all of our stuff in it. So, okay, we're on the moon. And also you guys can tell that we do have some cool little gravity effects here where we can jump around very slowly, which is pretty awesome. So here comes our chest with all of our stuff in it. This pretty much just has our rocket and all of the materials we used to get here so we can get back. So yeah, this is really awesome. We have our 9 rocket launch pads, our rocket fuel, and our spaceship so we can get back. Now, I want to kind of get all this stuff out of my inventory because I have a good amount of stuff to show you guys here on the moon. So there's a really cool part to this mod that I didn't show you guys when I did just the spaceship review. That's actually the buggy right here. So you guys can place this down, and it's a little car that you guys can drive around on the moon, which is awesome. So we're just going to right click it here, and you can just drive with WASD, and it's really kind of still a work in progress, obviously, so you're gonna have some troubles probably driving it around, but nevertheless, it's a cool idea. There actually isn't a crafting recipe for it, so like I said, it's still a work in progress. Not everything's gonna be done with the mod, but you guys can pull that out of your creative inventory and drive around your buggy. Now, obviously, it would probably be a better idea to bring your buggy to like somewhere up here. Look at the animations of our hands and legs. That's awesome. All right, so put down our buggy right here, and now you can just like drive it off the cliff, and it works a lot better like this. So that's really, really cool. You guys can drive around your buggy on the moon, which is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna make our way back over to our chest if I can manage to find it. And what I also thought I would mention is if you guys look up into the air, you can see the Minecraft world, which I thought was a nice little addition. So I don't think we're gonna be able to find our chest. So much for our chest. But I think that's pretty much it. We do have our sensor glasses, but they don't really come in handy because there's no other dimensions. What these guys do is spot out ores or mobs on the planet that you're on. So to get your sensor lenses, all you guys have to have is just these items right here. And to get your meteoric iron ingots, I actually have no idea, and there's no information on it on the thread as well. I would assume you somehow have to get it off the planet itself, but the mod thread does not mention anything about it, so that's kind of weird. And you can also see that we actually do have footprints on the moon, which is pretty cool as well. I just observed that, and that's pretty awesome. Alright, so I want to go ahead and put on our sensor glasses actually, so let's do this, do that, and there we go. We can get our little sensor glasses, and what it essentially does is if it spots a mob, the mob gets highlighted in blue, I believe. So if I was to pull out a creeper, I'm not sure if this would catch it, but okay, there you go. As you guys can tell, it kind of highlights it in light blue, which is really, really cool, and I just blew up. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let me go ahead and look at all the other items here. We went over this, went over the flags, went over pretty much everything. There is some armor right here, but that's just, you know, regular Minecraft armor that you guys can craft and use if you really wish. They don't really do anything according to the mod thread yet, so you guys can still wear them around from your extra titanium if you want to just make it into armor, feel free to. But that's pretty much it. There's our rocket. Super duper cool mod, and highly recommend checking it out. Like I said, this is still a work in progress, so there's a lot that's going to be updated with it to make it a lot better, a lot cooler. This would be a really cool Let's Play if you guys are kind of bored with Minecraft right now and want to do something completely new. You can have like a little world to try and get your spaceship, because obviously it would take a really long time to get a spaceship and really rewarding after you craft it and all that kind of stuff. So that would be really cool as well if you guys want to do that. So highly recommend checking out this mod. I'll have a link to it in the description. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps up the mod. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Hopefully it did help you out. Hopefully you guys are all now GALACTICRAFT masters. If I did miss anything, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll try and add it to the description, because I don't want you guys to miss out on anything. But yeah, that's pretty much the GALACTICRAFT review. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. So, if you did, I would really appreciate it if you guys left a rating down below. Like I said, a lot of effort and time and research went into this review. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I think we're going to be having our little Minecraft sound song tomorrow. If I can finish it up tonight, I will try and release it tomorrow. If not, we'll just have another mod review, and then the song will come out the next day. But I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Chaz, and I'll talk to you guys later!